You are listening to bangradio.net.
What is happening? Bang Radio exclusive video for Venusian Arts, just for you. And let me know how this is going, guys. If you want to really get in contact with this and get plugged into all the episodes that we're doing here at Bang Radio, man, you need to check us out on iTunes or Stitcher or whatever podcasting platform you really like. Just search for it, or you can search for Steve Mayeda, and it's all good there. And if you have any questions or requests for Bang Radio episodes, steve@venusianarts.com, and we'll do our best to do them. We do about 5 to 8 episodes a week. We're really trying to move it up to 10 episodes because we just have so much content. Where this comes from is from VA Evolved, and this particular call is about social anxiety. We actually come in the midst of a discussion. Some of the guys don't always like to be recorded, so we'll hear Gary talk, we'll hear Jim talk about social anxiety. They're coaches that work with me and are a part of VA Evolved, and man, it's just an amazing experience. What it is it's a men's group that is targeted, that is specifically geared to work with one another, hands-on, almost every day of the week, just, a little bit of time here and there to truly transform into the best social life, the best sexual life, and the best lifestyle. Because if we can create the best lifestyle as a man, it's almost effortless to meet women, to have an awesome thing. And that is the new face of what we are doing here at VA. You guys are all a part of it. Go to venusianarts.com/evolve if you want to check out that program. But if you really, really, really want to dip your feet in the water with some stuff, check out the forum, venusianarts.com/forum. I am on there all the time, answering questions, generating awesome stuff for Bang Radio, and support us, of course, at Bang Radio on iTunes and Stitcher, because the shows are awesome. And actually, they're a little bit different than these videos that you're seeing here. All right, let's get into this episode. Let's talk about some social anxiety, and let's live the social dynamic to be the better man. Approach anxiety is what the question was about. Man, so look, a lot of you guys are talking, I'm recording, so if you speak, it may be on a Bang Radio episode. Dude, fuck. Look, I had anxiety talking to people, and all sorts of different situations. And the thing was, I didn't want to be myself, and I got afraid. And actually, I told you guys like a couple months ago when I was in that class and I didn't speak up, and then I got mad anxiety, crazy bad anxiety, the whole class, because I didn't speak up and assert myself. And it's that thing that happens. But one of the biggest problems is that we make this expectation, and when it came to pickup, I was really good at the beginning or whatever, and I was just kind of fearless doing whatever, but I wasn't really fearless. I was wearing a facade, so I was really, in a sense, full of fear in some way or whatever, but that's not really the big point or big deal of it. The big deal of it is that, man, I like got so caught up in only talking to women because they were supposed to be 10s, or because I was supposed to get something from it, or because there was like this expectation, that I totally got fucked up with it. And then I started to get it. And what it took was me going back to, hey, look, I'm born to being social. I'm born to be sexual. I said that wrong, but I'm born to be social. I'm born to be sexual. And it's normal. And if I could just start talking to people and say hello, if I could just start liking somebody because my dick's hard rather than because some other reason, it helped out so much more. So anxiety and fear, they happen, but we need to really embrace it and know what it is. And that was a cool thing, man. Like, my internet crashed, and then you guys were all talking about this, and what you guys were saying when I came back on was fucking awesome. So I don't know, man. I think anxiety is, I think the whole idea of approach anxiety is bullshit. It happens, but it gets built up and turned into this bigger deal than what it really is. And it fucks people up more, I think.
Yeah, it's a big relief once you can get past the expectations. Once you get past the idea that you're going over to talk to this woman, to pick her up, to get her number, to get a date, to get laid, you're going to talk to her to get something. Of course you're nervous. Once you can get past those expectations, and you're only going to talk to somebody because you're curious, who is this person? Because there's something about them that you find attractive. And that's the only reason you're going over there. Man, it takes a lot of the pressure off.
Yeah, I think a big thing about that too is just, like Steve said, being yourself. Man, like a big part of that is, knowing who you are. I have this rule that I go with now, and that is, girls are going to see my character long before they see my looks, and I didn't believe it until I actually started getting out, and I actually noticed that is what girls noticed, was my character long before any looks went by. Now, I'm not saying that people aren't going to notice your looks, because everyone has eyes, but the eyes can also discern character, past what it's seeing. And so in my head, I'm very humble about my looks. I've always been the type of person where I never thought I was like the best looking guy. And I started learning like all this stuff about character and things like that, and just about life and how things really work. And for me, it's character. A girl's going to see your character way before anything else. And anxiety is a part of that. When you are yourself, when you are that anxiety, and I'm not hiding it. If I'm nervous and I'm a little bit shaky, then hey, I'm a little bit shaky. And the girl's gonna see it. If she makes a comment, well, hey, that's I'll just respond to the comment. But I try to be more reactive. I try to act from my character way more than I try to act from anything else that's going on around me. And in fact, like last Saturday, I was at the bowling alley and I texted Gary, and I was gonna ask him about this. I didn't even know he was going through like this whole drought thing, and I texted him, and then I sat down and started thinking about it. I just kind of went over stuff in my head, and I was like, okay, well, you know what? When I think back to all the stuff that happened with the girls, they were laughing and they were responding to me and everything, but I didn't like turn and engage them or anything like that. They ended up leaving, and I sat down and thought about it, and I was like, the whole time those girls were responding to my characters, they weren't even paying attention to anything else, and I could have just turned and said what I wanted to say and be honest like I normally am, and that's the bottom line. And so like a big thing to remember is your character is going to reach out to people and touch people first. And then, once that touches a person, once that spiritual, like that soul-to-soul communication happens on that level, when you go up and you say what you have to say, you're saying it not because, you want to get something. You're not saying it because, you want her to, like, drop her panties right in front of you. Although so many guys wish that would happen, and if it did, hey, that's awesome. But you're saying it because you legitimately love talking to people. You love people in general, And if you want to take it to a deeper level, like you want to take it to a really spiritual level, then you could say, okay, well, it's not about her. It's about that communication, of the soul, of just what humans do on a daily basis when they say hi or, wave at each other. And then that's it. You leave it at that. That's how I got over mine. Or not got over it, but that's how I manage it. In a way of being able to still function, without trying to control fear or anxiety or anything like that.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Definitely check out the iTunes version and support us there. Read or write a review, leave us 5 stars, and of course on Stitcher, give us a thumbs up, or whatever, Podbay, whatever podcasting venue you listen to. And of course, leave a comment here on YouTube. Now, if you want to get more involved in this, VA Evolve. That is the course where this all comes from. All these calls, we have 4 calls a week that are about 90 minutes to 2 hours, and there's a whole bunch of other calls too that are bonuses and all that sort of cool stuff. If you want to get involved in a men's group, a long-term program that is foolproof in its success, it's been going for 5 years, unbroken, course after course, man, 20 courses into it. Man, and it's just proven it works. You know, we have guys, we have alumni who are still active on this course from the first course 5 years ago, and that's some pretty badass dedication. You have to have quality in order to do that. So that's what VA Evolve is all about, and this new awesome expression of the beacon arts. Let's build it together, man. You, me, and the rest of us. Let's live the social dynamic to be the better man.